Aatrox, maybe since Yone has been, available most of the time, maybe they can target it out as well.
That could be a pretty decent possibility here. Of course, we're gonna go into a different kind of champ select because this, well, it makes sense because we can show the player cams in the middle, digging for gold a little bit there, but the KT roles are going to be banning out Senna, Gragas, while Aatrox and Camille are gone for Ceberus Esports, and it is actually KT Rolster who will go for the blue side. They will ban out the Gwen as well, so they should have like one champion that they prioritize quite a bit on. Maybe the Zoe if it's not banned out here.
I mean, they should ban it out. Okay, they banned the Ziggs instead.
Okay,
so it's going to be a trade of either maybe the Fiora and the Zoe. Which will KT Rolster pick first?
They will pick the Jayce. Neither one of those options.
They want the Jayce.
They want the Jayce. I don't blame them. I do not blame them one bit. Jayce is a very flexible champion, very good in either jungle, mid, top. But that does mean that Zoe was left open, and Ceberus was like, you know what, we will take it. Do not leave Zoe open against the Vietnamese team. And Galio will be coming out as well, along with Fiora for Ceberus Esports, while Riven and Nautilus will join Jayce for KT Rolster.
I'm actually loving these specs coming in from KT Rolster. They do possess the poke, they have the burst, they have the mobility as well, and the necessary tools to set up a team fight for themselves. Yeah, we do see Ceberus Esports responding with a really side lane heavy champion like a Fiora that can have a massive impact as well in the team fight. We have seen Andran just recently use this champion to its fullest extent. And with the Zoe and the Galio, this is a lot of team fighting power and also pokes as well, especially with this Zoe dealing massive damage with a Paddle Star.
True, that Paddle Star is going to be very difficult to deal with as the game goes on, and as as BMN just starts to gain more damage, and if he's able to land those Paddle Stars and the Sleepy Trouble Bubbles from long range, that can be the way for Ceberus to just engage from a long way away and not actually let KT Rolster do much about it.
Oh yeah, with the bans here, well, it is nice that they have banned away the Kha'Zix and the Olaf, but still one champion is left open here for Meliodas. He is extremely strong whenever he gets his hands on Ione. Maybe he can actually path towards there later on. They are hovering the Akali, which is a relatively strong champion, especially in the late game. Perfect execution, high mobility, and good outplay potential as well, especially with the Shroud.
Most definitely. Huge outplay potential, if I do say so myself. But it's Zed, please. Xero, pick the Zed. Zed into Akali, the two ninjas battling it out. I want to see that. And he will take it. So it's going to be Zed in the mid lane. A Rakan though. A Rakan, Nautilus. What? Okay, so I'm thinking about it like this, right? So they put Nautilus down in the bot lane, and they put Rakan in the top lane with the Riven.
No, it's gonna be a Nautilus jungle here.
Nautilus jungle?
KT Rolster. Yep, and have, possibly, unless, they would have the Jayce in the Dragon lane.
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
Yep. And interesting enough, Ceberus Esports does lock in the Vi. Actually, we haven't seen this, banned away, or we haven't seen this open in quite a while, and this is gonna help Ceberus Esports in their aggressive gankings in the early game. I think they're gonna be looking to shut down Ratel, maybe Xero as well. And since it is a Nautilus jungle, it can be scary securing objectives. If Ceberus Esports gets their hands into the pit, counterplays and those steals are very much possible for Ceberus Esports, and Meliodas has a handful of it.
Yeah, Meliodas, man. I trust in the Vi. I mean, this higher impact early game than the Nautilus, even though Nautilus has like 3 really early skills that are really impactful for ganking. Vi just does much more damage, and Nautilus is kind of dependent on, you know, the team kind of following up after he lands all the CC in the world. It is a little bit weird to think about a Nautilus versus Vi, but it just screams that the Vi has to be more efficient, has to have more impact on the game in the early stages. Oh, because that Nautilus, he's going to be very tanky come the late game.
I mean, that is goal here. KT.RY are going on chain CCs so that they can have Xero just bursting down anyone right there.
Yeah. Xero going to be a force to be reckoned with if they let him do his thing, do his Z thing. So BMM has to shut him down, or at least match the roams, and he knows it. Okay, Xero going for the E there. He's very cheeky, does get more damage off of there. Okay, Luna though taking a lot of damage. He has to be very careful because Genza could look for him, though. Nomel looking for an early level 1 roam here onto BMM. Akeno following. What is the plan here, guys? Are you just gonna scrap in the mid lane? Yes, they are.
Oh yeah, I mean, just probably gonna groove here in the mid lane. Onto Nomel, not onto Xero though. So
unfortunate, yeah.
Still a safe laning phase for both mid laners here. But we do see an edge coming on the side of Ceberus Esports. And KT.RY transitioning towards it. And oh, okay. Ignite onto Y1.
Yeah. So KT Rolster here, but definitely if they try to fight this, could have a better chance of winning, because Nomel on that Rakan, very slippery, lots of ways both get CC on and then chain it into the Riven CC and get out if he is in a bad situation. But so far, not all too many like risky plays going on here from either side, except for now, because Ceberus is going to engage onto Ratel. They almost got him. They got the ignite. It won't take him down. The Q almost did it from Akeno, but that is just going to be a low Riven escaping with his life.
Yeah, that was an almost first blood by Ceberus Esports, but it was still a nice attempt here towards top lane that will force out Ratel to just fall back into the base, and will not be able to catch some of the minions here in the top lane. Will signify that Y1 will have a bit of an edge in terms of money against this Riven, and so far that is something to consider. Ceberus Esports taking the proactive movements here across the map, and KT.RY still just being on the defensive mode.
Yep. KT, they don't want to give out anything big here, like a first blood or first turret, so they're content with giving up a turret plate if it means that, you know, the first blood does not go over to Ceberus Esports and they can just look for it later on. Though it is a little bit touch and go here for Ceberus, because they do want to have, you know, a better early game, more impact here, and try to get KT.RY down before the Zoe scales up, before the Akali scales. Ceberus wants to get that before the Akali scales up, before the Zoe scales up, and really, if they get to the late game, it's going to be a huge problem for KT.RY.
Now KT.RY pushing down the mid lane. BMM cannot do anything. So that is a plate that KT.RY has gotten thanks to their rotation here in mid. Bot lane though. Luna. Oh! That is a nice first blood. Genza with help of Meliodas securing that kill. And that was a bit unexpected there by Luna.
Yeah, a little bit unexpected, but now Ratel has been grand challenged. He's got his wins now still, I believe. So he's gonna have to, Y1's gonna have to get out of there. Great first blood there. going on to the side of Ceberus Esports. This is why they're one of the best teams in the region, guys. Oh, okay. So there's a big fight coming in. Xero coming in with the ultimate. The shadows are getting shadowy. BMM, though, is going to get defended there by the hero's entrance from Akeno, and that is just some health bars going low, but not quite down to zero, as Ratel in the top lane as well suffers down from Y1, but Akeno tries to engage once again, and they do get it. The Nautilus goes down, and now this is going through the way of KT.RY. Even though Genza did get that kill, it was a 1-for-1 still. And they, KT.RY had to invest so many more resources there than Ceberus Esports did.
Yeah, and Ceberus Esports now building a little bit on the goal, 2,000 goal lead at 5 minutes into the game. It's not massive, but it's something. It is momentum that is swinging towards the side of Ceberus Esports just in time for the first spawn of objectives. Now they can actually maybe threaten a contest towards the Dragon and then transition towards the RH. Given their aggressive nature as well, that is very much possible.
Yeah, you're right. It is incredibly possible for KT.RY to... Okay, yeah, they are. KT.RY, they have started it, but they're not complete. The Riven isn't there yet, so this engage is going to be a little bit sketchy for KT.RY. Though is still inside the pit. The Herald will be taken by Ceberus Esports at the very least, so they know the jungler is over there, so they can just take this drag. It is you know, an exchange of things, an exchange of objectives here. But that Rift Herald will be doing more for Ceberus Esports right now, getting those turret plays for them and extending that lead a little bit. Meliodas still on the tail of Xero. He's incredibly low. One more shot should do it, and one more shot does do it. He got punched in the face. Your shadows are no match for my big fist. And now they're going to be going on for more. Do and Nomel, they are trying to fight, but they are just supports, basically. Do is a glorified support, and Nomel is able to get away by W onto Luna. So, great escape there from both of these players. Although that does mean that KT.RY are very much on the back foot now.
Yeah, Ceberus Esports just messing with the KT.RY as of the moment. Most of their fights, this is the thing about their composition. They can actually just engage onto them. They have the tools for it. Bot lane, Xero might be in trouble. But actually, with the rotation there of Nomel, he is able to disengage. This, yeah, perfect gank, or well, perfect engage there from Meliodas. He found what he was looking for. The target was painted on the Zed's face, and he just broke that vault. Yeah, he punched him right where it counted. And you know, shurikens, they're not sharp enough to cut through a steel gauntlet. We're gonna go back to neutral. We're gonna go reset the game. That does look like BMM and Akeno, they want to try something here. Xero's not strong enough to defend that turret, so that will go down very quickly. Wow, Ceberus Esports, BMM, Meliodas, Genza, Y1, everyone is ahead. Except just for Akeno against KT.RY this time. Almost 1,000 goal lead each player. And that... If that Justice Punch from Akeno connected onto anyone on the side of KT.RY, or yeah, that could have been a kill already. That's how scary this lineup of Ceberus Esports is. They really love pick-offs. They really love to set in for these small fights. And here, you do see what happened, as it was a bit unfortunate there for Y1, especially with the rotation of Nomel. So things are still very much possible here for KT, especially that they do have the tools. Okay.
Yeah, not just possible, but very likely as well if they're able to keep doing that. Just do the exact same thing and don't try to vary it. Just try to get those picks here, because Y1 looking pretty juicy, looking pretty low, but Akeno is there, and Ratel I think knows this. Unless he gets baited in, as Akeno comes in from behind. The Grand Challenge has been issued, and Akeno, he is behind. He is going to go for Ratel. The flash has been flashed there, and Ratel is going to get away. But that was a lot of resources to scare the Riven away, and that does mean that this turret is going to be taking a lot of damage. If it's not going to go down, it's gone. Nobody's there to defend it from KT.RY, but on the other side, KT.RY in the mid lane, they are kind of putting a lot of pressure onto Genza here, who, with, you know, can just wave clear all day, every day. So this is not an avenue for KT.RY to get back into the game with.
It's small movements, but very consistent here on the side of Ceberus Esports, and it keeps providing some problems here for KT.RY. Do they contest the push? Do they transition onto objective? Do they step into the river, wherein most of the time they do spot out members of Ceberus Esports, and that causes them to adjust their pathing and adjust their movements as well. And it delays also their farming. It puts Ceberus Esports in a much more proactive state, and now they're looking for a fight. AB here for this RH. KT.RY still disengaged with that charge. Gonna be used. BMM has it flat.
That's pretty big. Yeah, and look at this BMM. Oh my god, the Ratel has gone all the way to the way of CES, but now KT.RY, they have just absolutely melted. Ratel is now on the back foot. Although the Vide did go down, Meliodas is gone, but Akeno, he's gonna try to go for the Zed. He got him knocked up. Xero has to get away from there really quickly, but KT.RY, they just absolutely got melted there with 20 seconds left for the Dragon. Let's check out that replay, because I didn't really see most of it. But yeah, Meliodas getting on that Herald, thought they got him with the dredge line, thought they got him with the depth charge, but look at that, all the AoE coming in, as well as that Fiora's healing circle just denied all of that damage from KT.RY, and that team fight was not something that was something that they wanted. Now, Ceberus Esports, they are very, very ahead, almost 5,000 gold, and KT.RY are trying to do something cheeky, trying to do a death rush over here in the bot lane. And it may work here as Meliodas has found Nomel, but the rest of KT.RY there is on to Y1, and that Fiora is going to fall down. Akeno and Meliodas now, they're going to go against these four. Genza's there, so he can lay down the damage here as the Zoe, but will it be enough? Because KT.RY, they have the damage of their own, and they are going to lay it down onto Akeno pretty thickly. But Akeno survives just barely with a sliver of health. BMM finally arrives to the party. He's a little bit late, but he's not too late. Xero is over there in the river, and only one kill will be going over to KT.RY. Still a very good kill. Genza almost actually got that kill onto Ratel as well. So what a tense, intense fight here for both of them.
1-for-1. One kill was just gotten here, but it's out of KT.RY. They are transitioning here towards the Mountain Drake. Here comes kind of going with a Shield of Duran.
Ooh.
Oh, Genza!
Genza!
Y1 is here!
That's pretty huge. Yeah, Y1, he has gone, like, the Dragon is still being worked on by CES. Luna almost falling down. Y1, he goes into the fray, and Xero and Do have to run away. And he does get the lunge after the flash. Xero has to use his shadow to get out of there once again. And now, Y1, how do you come back from that? Just getting face tanked, 3 of you by 1 Fiora. Ceberus Esports incredibly ahead. They got that Drake for free as well. So now they can start focusing on pushing down the lanes.
Yeah, it was interesting how Genza was throwing those battle stars onto the members of KT.RY. It was a nice attempt by KT, but due to the fact that they got a little bit deep there, they got punished by Ceberus Esports. Forcing the Drake was a little overambitious since it is a Mountain Dragon. It is going to be a little bit difficult to take down. Genza, that paddle star was just perfect to allow them to just turn into the fight. Well, I think Luna managed to stay alive, but that one member also fell down. And because of the numbers advantage, Ceberus Esports was more than just confident to force yet another fight. Plus, they're the ones who got the Mountain Dragon.
Yeah, so that Mountain Drake going to help quite a bit in the upcoming team fights, make them just a tiny bit tankier, so that they won't be assassinated as easily by the Zed, or gotten poked out by that Jayce. So KT.RY, they really have to go back to the drawing board here, and they have to not give any opportunities to CES where they're not ready to take a team fight.
Now, speaking of team fights, this is something. There's a fight maybe KT.RY wants, but it's hard not to do so given that if Ratel marching into the mid lane right now. Oh, there's a nice flank on the side.
Oh, that's huge. That is pretty huge. That flank could be big as BMM has gotten very low, but Akeno, Is he going to be the victim? Yes, he is. Although the re-engage from Meliodas, he did get 1 kill, but now he's burning. He gets dredge line, he gets caught. He goes into stasis, but will he be saved? Yeah, no, he won't. He almost got it with the shield, but now Y1 and Genza, they are chasing all the 4, and Y1, he is on the warpath. Genza gets that battle star. He almost gets Sleepy Trouble Bubble as well. He just kind of aimed into the wrong place. Do gets away. Oh, but not. Oh man, BMM just making that play happen. Good stuff on that Akali. Now it's 6-9. Nice 7,000 gold ahead for CES. And they could start running away with this. The Infernal Drake coming in soon.
Here's how it happened, you know. Nomel had an Ice Plant towards the side. Akeno trying to protect BMM, and he did! You know, buying enough time. The stasis was also amazing. Yeah, he traded his life for it, but that is already his job well done. And here we do see KT.RY just piling onto them. Genza throwing the battle stars. They do secure both of the kills. But here is when things became complicated. Because of Genza, you know, throwing those battle stars, Sleepy Trouble Balls, and making that irritable move, Ceberus Esports had the opportunity to punish that overextension. BMM went back with a shuriken and got the trades equal to the kills that KT.RY had a while ago.
Yeah, so that does mean that Ceberus Esports, they are, you know, they can make mistakes. They can be they can still throw this game. However, with such a huge gold lead, KT.RY has to find the perfect team fight, the perfect mistake to exploit. Because you saw, even though they did get Akeno, it was still them on the back foot against like everybody else, and this could be it. BMM has been caught once again, but he gets away because Akali is just a very slippery, goes into the smoke and then bashes out of it. The waiting arms of Akeno.
Yeah, BMM is making these, you know, miraculous plays. A while ago it was saved by Akeno, but this time was all low. You know, just avoiding the possible kill, because if he dies, that could have been an objective already by KT.RY. And they have been looking for ways to come back in this game. It's just so that CES, Ceberus Esports, is very careful with their movements. They're even sending Y1 investing on side lane push, just to make sure that they have the upper hand in case this objective spawns up. Here in the dragon, 25 seconds in, it will spawn up. It's Infernal Dragon as well. And we already see Ceberus Esports setting up vision here in this red side jungle of Do. So can be quite difficult to interfere. And let's see how they're going to be doing it.
Yeah, let us check it out. As CES, they have gotten the primary position here. They are in front of KT, Rolster and KT. They are trying to get some side lane pressure going, keep BMM there and away from the fight. But so far, CES actually, they are going for the fight, and it looks like Akeno has been out. But he will go golden, and now he's going to be re-engaging, getting the taunt onto one, and KT.RY, now they are in trouble, but they have found a lot of damage onto Akeno. Akeno goes for the hero's entrance just to survive, and now Genza, look at that damage from that battle star, and he gets out of there, he flashes in and goes for the trouble bubble. There's the Vault Breaker coming in, BMM, he's going to be chasing down the Zoe, but Nomel is going to fall to the vibe, but oh my god, in the mid lane, Y1 this is like, you know what, you can fight all you want, I'm going to end this game, I'm going to be the XPK here, and you're not gonna see me coming. And he just went for it, and that was a very quick game end for Ceberus Esports.
Yeah, I mean,